I was gonna play
I was
all the
gonna
way
say,
out.
man, you
I
let
knew
this
Lil was
go
gonna say
a
something.
long time. What is happening right now?
I knew you were gonna say something, so I was gonna play it all the way out just to be spiteful.
Sometimes Sean just feels the music, man.
I mean, I could have read my entire textbook during that damn opening. Like,
You know what? I am so sorry, Lil. This is Sean.
you were wasting my time. No, this is a Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Ed. And this is how we start the show every week.
It's true. Like,
Every week, one day I'm gonna get it right, and y'all gonna be blown away. I'm like, oh man, you got it right. But right now, I don't give a shit. It is what it is. What's up, man? What's up, guys? Another Star Wars week. Not a lot of news, just some basic stuff. And I'll let Ed be the reporter on this one. Ed, you take it away.
Well, with the Rey movie, it's on again, off again, on again, off again. They reported
On again.
delays, non-delays, delays, but it's not delayed. At least that's the latest and greatest. And then, of course, there was the interview with Daisy Ridley, which she was convinced to come back because after hearing the new direction of the story, it encouraged her to return to the world of Star Wars, which is encouraging for me because I was not the most pleased with the storyline from those. So exciting.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think everybody is like, oh, this is gonna be there. I don't know if it's gonna be as bad as the first one, like, as the last three or last two, because I think they already know what everybody doesn't like. So they may move forward now and be like, well, shit, we can do something better now.
I also think the fact that Dave Filoni now oversees all of this, right? Like, so that's the difference here. Is like we're going to get canon story arcs and a vision, like one person's vision. The problem with the sequel trilogy, it was all these different visions mashed up. JJ came in at the last second to try to fix something. It just didn't connect. And it all ended up being gobbledygook at the end of the day because the throughput of the storyline went away. Like, I don't believe Palpatine was supposed to be returning. It doesn't make any sense. Like, all these things that they started putting together, it's they're filling square pegs in a round hole. And I think now that Filoni oversees it, and if he's the one who's kind of helping fit this story. Just like Star Wars, Sean is Lando, the only black guy in the Geeks Galaxy. I mean, it feels like it sometimes, right?
Yes, it does. Yes,
that's why we had to invite other friends to play golf with us because Sean was not, So we had Lino and my buddy Jarvis was playing golf, and Sean felt at home.
I did.
But I think Filoni's overall vision is going to help that. I think the odds of it being an epic failure,
I know,
probably are lessened. Will there be bitter tastes? Yes, because fans are fickle, and if they don't like one thing, then they don't like the next without even seeing the next. And that's what drives me nuts. Is like nobody gives anything a chance anymore. So,
yep.
Steve, what you think?
Well, I haven't even given the sequel trilogy really a second chance. I think Episode 7 is the only one I've watched more than once.
When's the last time you saw Episode 7 too, right? Like, it's been a while.
Yeah. And so, but I've been watching movies lately. Like, I watched what was that, Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? We all hated that movie.
We did.
It's not great. I mean, I don't understand why they put dinosaurs in the house at the end, but other than that, it was all right. It's a dinosaur movie.
Yeah, I was thinking about what was the last one? What was the third one? The third one.
That was the one with the big bugs.
Yeah, that was
the bug movie. But I just mean some of the things that used to be really bad in our minds were really bad because we were getting so much other good content, and we haven't really been getting a lot of good content lately. So maybe some of that stuff is. Well, I mean, we've been getting good Star Wars content, but that's pretty much it. Like the comic book content we've been getting has not been very good. So some of that stuff.
Who is this Ed guy?
Wow.
Yeah, actually, me and Alil are the late ones to this show. Ed's been here since day one.
Every episode has been on, so
I missed the first one. The first Ahsoka review. I was not on the first one.
That's all good. No worries. We brought you in late anyway. It's all good. We don't need a poll. He gets certified. He gets certified by the only Lando in the galaxy. Sean.
Yeah. I guess it just goes to show you, like, just jump on and like maybe we'll just start a show. I don't know. I'll just have a show. I'm excited to see what they do with it. We'll see where they go. I mean, they have every opportunity to make me like the character again. So,
agreed. Shit, I'm on board. I did go back and watch the old ones, though, Steve. The last two, they don't hold up. they don't.
Not at all.
They are not good.
They get worse on repeat viewings.
It is so bad. It's like, when Kylo Ren pulls a lightsaber out his back, I was like, what the fuck is this magic shit that they got going on? Like, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna pull a lightsaber out of my back and just start beating up the Knights of Ren, which the Knights of Ren got no fucking play in that. That was some bullshit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can you do?
It doesn't even feel like Star Wars.
Well, that's the problem, right? It doesn't feel like Star Wars, but there are scenes. So I'll go with the fight in front of Snoke, right? Like, I thought that was a good fight scene, well choreographed. I like seeing the red armor. I can't remember their names, but the
Imperial Guard.
Yeah, fighting and stuff. And I thought that was like, if I cut that scene out, it's just like my problem with Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, right? Like, I have good scenes in that, but there's big things I would love to throw away. And I do wonder if somebody would put like a super cut that would actually make somewhat sense. Like, it's never going to make sense. Again, the fact that Palpatine somehow returned is ridiculous. But can they put something together where they take some of the best scenes together and actually make something that's actually enjoyable just to kind of eat some popcorn?
Yeah, just watch the trailers again, man.
But what's crazy? In episodes, what was it, 7, 8? Episode 8, the beginning of that, where all the ships are coming in and they're going to fucking bomb out. They're going to bomb that. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you guys love that damn scene where...
Still do. Was one of the awesomest scenes. Like that
fucking Haldo maneuver or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
That shit, in the theaters, right? In the theaters, that shit was nice.
Sean, in IMAX, it was like, oh.
Yeah, me and Ed wasn't seen it, and when that shit, everything just got quiet. Everybody was like, "Oh shit!" Like, she just ran that bitch to a fucking
but then floaty Mary Poppins, Princess Leia, and you're like,
but that was before that, though, wasn't it? That was before, right?
I don't remember.
Mary Poppins.
I don't remember. Either way, that hurt.
No, that hurt bad.
12 good minutes in a 2-hour movie does not make a good movie.
I know. I'm trying to justify.
It's very true. It's very true. And that's what I'm saying. Like, can we take the two movies and mash them into 1 hour of good scenes?
But no, the bomber scene in the beginning, like where the bomb just kind of fell down and like she almost grabbed it, but she couldn't grab it, and then I think it just fell and just bombed the whole shit. I thought that was a really fucking great scene.
That was a good scene.
That was fucking great. I was like, oh shit, this is dope. But then
they didn't do anything with her character. So.
No, they didn't. And then
and of course, you have the Luke tragedy, the tragedy of Luke Skywalker and what happened to his character. It's just like,
it's a tragedy, all right.
It's a fucking real tragedy.
Like, Mark Hamill was there, willing to do anything.
I've told you guys from the beginning, Luke has been a bitch this whole entire all these movies. So it's like, to me, it's fitting, right? Like,
to go like a bitch.
The Jedi are bitches. Like, seriously, they run away and hide the minute they lose. It's like they take their ball and go home. Oh, Yoda lost because he fell off the thing in Episode 3. I'm gonna go run away and go home now. Obi-Wan lost. Didn't even lose to Anakin. He defeated Anakin, left. I'm gonna go run and hide now and cry. Like what the hell?
Damn, man. You know what? Now, in hindsight, you think about that. Ahsoka walked away. Like, she walked away from the Jedi or whatever because they were full of shit. And then, like, Eric, like Obi-Wan, like,
the only person speaking the truth here was Balin in Ahsoka. Because he's like, fuck them dudes. I'm doing my own thing.
I got powers.
Exactly.
Kind of not mad at him in hindsight. Kind of not mad at him. His arc, I would like to see a little bit more of. Unfortunately,
He tried to go back to the motherland, you know? He tried to go back. He's like, I'm gonna get in touch with my roots. I'm gonna figure this out.
Shit. All right, well, listen.
It's been my problem with Star Wars from the beginning. I love it all, but it's like you look at every hero at some point runs away and hides. Luke ran away and hid. You know what I mean? Like every one of these heroes ran away and hid.
The bad guys are the best.
You're right, Carlos. Ezra was the only one. He did not. He took the villain with him to.
He did. He went out like a champ.
He went out like a champ.
It's not done yet.
Kanan, well, you're right. He can come out and become a bitch boy too. Kanan went out like a champ.
Kanan went out like a boss.
So yes. It's possible, but like all our live action ones, like no. I mean, even the Obi-Wan Solo series, right? Like it had its good moments and stuff, but again, like he's just out there working. I don't want to do anything. I'm done with the Jedi stuff, and I'm like, dude, you have all these powers. Like,
do something.
Exactly. Like, why are you being a little bitch? You know.
Damn, like you see. There's a whole new empire that just started, right? Like. Do something. They have the same colors.
You see, Anakin, who you defeated, turn into a half robot little bitch boy, and is crying in his little cybernetic costume.
There are going to be T-shirts that say "Jedis are bitches."
Bad guys are the best.
That's why I love
the Mount Rushmore of the bad guys.
I love it.
It's a nice shirt too. I like that shirt.
I'll take it. It's. Again, it was always an interesting thing. I remember watching that, especially when I watched the prequels, and I'm just like, everyone's running away. I was like, why is everyone running away? Like, Yoda really didn't lose. He just lost his grip and fell. Like, go back and fight.
He lost his lightsaber too, didn't he?
But it's in there, right? It's just not in shit that we saw in the movies, right? It's in there in Clone Wars. Right, and we got a little bit of a taste of that in Ahsoka with the live action Anakin running into battle with his damn, Clone Wars armor on with the troopers. Like, see, we just didn't get to see it.
No, we got good stuff, but at the end of the day, they all ran away and hid. The
Clone Wars broke the Jedi.
It did. It did. Because they were clouded.
But they were tricked also, though. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. They were clouded. But again, even though they were tricked,
pious, high on their
like, why run away from it? Stand up, dust yourself off, and say, "All right, I messed up, but we got to stand up here. You have all these people in the Republic that are counting on you, and you just left them. You left them to be under the rule of the
damn, a little thanks a lot, man. Now you didn't woke me up to shit. Now I'm like, well, fuck. They did leave a lot of motherfuckers stranded. They just said fuck it, like they didn't do shit.
And then they have
all the Jedi that have been roaming around, like they're all like nomads, right?
They
like,
just pop in and out, like fuck some shit up in town and leave again. Like I don't need this. I'm out of here.
Most of them got hunted down.
It's true, most of them did, but they got hunted down. Why? Because all the other ones ran away. They turned tail and run. If they would have grouped together, they could have saved some of these other dudes.
They weren't doing nothing.
They weren't doing shit. Thanks.
They left all their friends. They were like,
and this is the last episode of Stargeekz.
They took on one of the main rules of the Sith is there can only be one. They took on that as their motto. They're like, you know what? All for every man for himself.
Qui-Gon gave up.
He did. He's like,
did give up because Sabine survived that same shit.
Everybody does.
Qui-Gon was just tired, bro.
Yo, and the crazy part about that,
he's like, it's a paper cut.
Qui-Gon quit the way Obi-Wan quit in A New Hope. He's just like, I'm just done. Like, after all this, I don't really want to go to sleep and get back up again. So
and this is the fucked up part. This is the fucked up part. Everybody took that same shot. Darth Maul took it all the way through, and motherfucker survived. Came back, at least 3 times.
He wanted to, Sean. He had the will to live.
Exactly. It's why the Sith are the true heroes of the Star Wars universe.
Oh my god!
Putting in order.
Look at Anakin.
And they come
Anakin
back and they will
burned up,
fight.
lost all of his shit, but he was just like, I can't even breathe on my own. Still found
Thought
a way
his
to
wife
live.
and kids were dead. And you know what? He still got up, dusted himself off, put on a mask.
What did Yoda do? Yoda's like, I'm tired.
I'm gonna go live in the swamp.
Disappears. They all just,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
literally just disappear. They're just like, I'm out. Poof.
It's so rusty. That's the best part. Yoda's laying there. Peace. And then just literally the same thing. I'm gonna force project myself.
He
Now I'm out.
did. He
And
did.
then just
Luke,
turn
he
into
snapped.
nothing.
And he did it all emo. He's like, I'm gonna wait till everyone leaves. All they're gonna find is a pile of rags. That'll teach him.
Oh no! We all leave rags. They all leave rags. Yoda left a rag. Obi-Wan left a rag.
Yeah,
Luke left a rag.
And the worst part is there's shit in those rags. That's the worst part. All the Jedis float away. They just leave shit-filled rags. It's like, oh god.
Again, welcome to the last episode of Stargeekz.
Wow.
Oh man, that was you guys laid down an epiphany for me. I want to thank you guys very much, and yeah,
I'm actually shocked it's taking you this long to figure this out. But
well, damn,
even I've seen this a
Yeah,
long
did you
ways
see
away.
you see the way Darth Vader was kicking around those Obi-Wan rags? Like, ugh.
he did.
Like, he didn't get
there's
close.
Smells like a baby's diaper, old man. What's wrong with you?
The word it would be
Would have
better
been
as
best
if
if its pair of Depends was underneath it.
it would be even the best is if after they disappeared, they left like a little spark that caught that shit on fire, so they had to step on it to put it out. Like,
Oh,
one last Jedi mind trick.
that was fucking great. Oh my god. These are gonna be shorts. I just want to let you guys know. I'm gonna break these down some kind of way and make these shorts because these are just gold. Oh man.
Yeah. Pacino says he hopes to portray the Jedi better in the Knights of the Old Republic. I hope so too. Like,
Well, and that's the cool thing about the Old Republic is like how much of the canon stuff is there that they're using from like literature, right? And that's really the only Old Republic stuff we have. So it really is just an open landscape. And if it's thousands of years ago, like you could tell whatever stories you want.
A little D.
Everyone's got lightsabers. So
when's
awesome.
D23?
August.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
You think we're gonna have to wait that long?
In Anaheim, yeah.
You think we're gonna have to wait that long for a trailer for that? When does that come out? I don't know.
I don't think there was ever a date announced. So
It's supposed to be
if they're
2024.
if they're not releasing it beforehand, then we'll probably end up having to wait.
Because Comic-Con they got a trailer last year.
Yeah, Comic-Con is 2 weeks before D23, and I guarantee you Disney's holding it back for D23.
You think so?
Most of it. I think what they'll show or what they'll talk about is maybe they'll do some of the minor future announcements, but some of the big stuff will probably be safe for D23. It makes sense, right? If you have your own convention, are you going to, give everything away prior to a convention that's really not yours? Like, this is your celebration, and you control everything about it. So it just makes the most sense.
Oh, that's probably why we're not going to get much Marvel news.
All right,
we'll get some. We'll get some.
Get a little bit.
We'll get a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get stuff like
season 3 of What If. Here's the trailer. Something
yeah,
like
you'll
that.
get some. I'm gonna get some of the TV projects, and probably even, maybe a little bit of an update of future. But you will not get that big timeline thing. You probably won't for Star Wars get Filoni on stage.
No.
They might because they've already kind of dropped the Mando movie. Maybe they'll do something with that at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because Pedro will be already at Comic-Con for The Last of Us and all this kind of other things or whatever is going on that they're going to promote. And then they'll do something, but bigger reveals, trailer drops, D23.
Yeah, Comic-Con, that's where they'll announce their like like 4+ year old show, like Jedi Academy preschool or whatever, and it's a bunch of little baby Jedis and shit.
You're right.
And like,
You'll have a lot of
like
bad
they had it.
CGI, you know, like CGI. There's like a little Greedo, you know, you know, little Ewok.
Apparently this is, I think it's just rumor, maybe not even true, but apparently they're gonna try to do a what if Star Wars show.
Yeah, I heard that too.
That would be
I think it'd be really cool.
We talked about
Yeah.
it last week, didn't we?
We did not.
I thought we
No.
talked about it last week. I thought we said
No,
something
I
about
think
No, I
it came
saw the
out.
picture of it on the weekend. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just a rumor, but like, how cool would that be? You know,
What if Han shot first?
Oh,
But he did shoot first.
What if Greedo shot first?
what if
Well, then-
Anakin? What if
then the
Anakin had
whole-
the high?
the
What
whole
if
movie's
Anakin
over.
had the high ground? You know,
Oh,
Or Anakin didn't become a dumbass and try to go for it, right?
what if Anakin pulled out? Yeah.
What if he lost the pod race?
What if Anakin?
what if Ahsoka didn't leave the Jedi Order? Like shit like that.
I bet
What if-
you that will be like the
Yeah.
big focus. What if
Of
Ahsoka
course.
didn't leave the Jedi Order? What if Anakin didn't turn to the dark side?
What if Luke did?
What if
Took his father's place?
Exactly.
Oh,
what if
What if Luke and Leia turned?
what if Mace Windu lived?
Those are really great what ifs though. Like those are like what if
Like I would love an old Western type Mace Windu episode where
Yeah.
he's just
What if Mace
out there.
Windu murked Palpatine right there in the office? You know, done.
What if Boba
What
Fett
if-
didn't go out like a punk?
What if Jar Jar was confirmed Sith?
the whole time. Holy shit.
Great.
Yeah. Nah, I think what if is great. Yo, what if it can't be called what if, but like
Yes, it can.
Yes, it can.
oh shit, yeah, it can. I forgot Marvel owns the whole thing. It doesn't matter what they do.
Disney owns the whole thing.
It could literally be called Marvel's What If Star Wars. And I'd be
Star
like,
Wars
"All right,
edition. Yeah.
Yeah. fine with me.
And we would be all
Yeah.
fine with it.
Same animation style, everything.
We would buy the t-shirts for it. We would be
Yeah.
like, oh, this is cool.
That would be dope as shit. A nice what if Star Wars. Oh, you know I'd buy that shit in a heartbeat.
Is it still the Watcher?
No.
Why not? You know why?
No
Then you-
way.
Then
Now you really crossing
imagine
over
a
shit.
what if Star Wars Marvel.
Oh, they
what
cross
if the
over.
Guardians of the Galaxy jumped into Tatooine?
That's best. That would be crazy.
They run into like freaking Black Panther in like a weird bar,
Well, I mean, there was that
hanging
perfect
out with
episode.
Lando.
There's that perfect episode of Parks and Rec where Patton Oswalt talked about his
Yeah.
his canon universe, where like he did that whole thing in front of like the
committee, like
whatever it was,
whatever it was. Yeah.
to filibust
City
talk about
council.
all that, and it was
Yeah.
awesome. It was just hilarious. So there you go. And Patton does a lot of things for Disney. So there you go. Bring him in as a writer for that specific episode where you do this crazy crossover.
It's not a Watcher. It's just Patton Oswalt
No, you know what's
in live action,
oh shit.
sitting there saying what he's.
You know what's weird that they don't really have to do it. They can just make Yoda because he's like he's this Force Ghost. Like they can do all Force Ghost shit. Whoever they want, like
Or they
Obi-Wan.
could just have a like a old Force Ghost kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a random guy that they've
Steve.
created, that like the first Jedi, right?
Steve, look at that.
Yeah.
What if Yoda
Sith
became-
Yoda.
That'd be
World
dope.
between worlds. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm. You could do that. Yep. Tell the story from World Between Worlds. Good to go. Done. You're
So
welcome.
maybe,
Disney.
you know what? There's the title, right? Like instead of doing a what if, is World Between Worlds.
Tales from the World
Yeah,
Between
yeah.
Worlds.
Oh shit.
Yes.
You're welcome. Here, you're welcome, Disney. Can you just send us our check?
Yeah,
While we got
I mean,
it?
I'd watch it, right?
Yeah.
That'd be freaking sweet.
Yeah. All right. No more news, right? Ed, you got anything
Make
else?
the logo, Sean. Put
No,
it out
the
in the universe.
Done.
The only other thing they talked about was that Dave Filoni's slated to receive the George Powell Memorial Award at the 51st Saturn Awards, which is a sci-fi, fantasy, horror genre award ceremony. So it's kind of exciting for him.
Lord and
Yeah,
Savior, Dave Filoni.
He's got
Carlos,
got
Carlos
a
even
lot
shortened it. Tales
on his
Between
shoulders.
Worlds.
Would you say, Steve?
I said Dave Filoni's got a lot on his shoulders, man.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he's fine with it, right? Like he's not going to feel that pressure. Just like I don't think Kevin Feige really feels that pressure because they love the brand and IP so much. It's
And also, he still has John. He still has John on the side.
Kevin Feige's feeling the pressure. But
okay, well, after a decade of dominance, yes, you start. It's like I'll compare it to.
I'll tell you this:
the Golden State Warriors, right? After a decade of dominance,
God damn it! Look, this ain't Sports Geeks.
or Marvel Geeks, but I'll say like I can't think that it's of anybody else that should be in charge of it rather than Filoni. So,
Dave.
Yeah.
Who else?
Nobody. Kathleen Kennedy.
Lucky he said yes. Really.
Marvel hates out of here.
I tried to swing us right back out.
All right.
We can't talk about this crap anymore.
Well, this is why we're here. We brought ourselves into this world of fan films and Star Wars fan films. And there's one next week we gotta talk about because that one with the ships and docking and all that we gotta talk about that one next week. But we'll get to that tomorrow.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This week we're talking about
Ewoks.
Ewok hunt.
Star Wars horror story.
And it's
when was
as awesome
this put out?
as you thought.
When was this put out?
Last year.
Last year?
2023.
Steve, you told me about this early in. I remember you talking about it. I was like, wait, what?
I saw it. I saw it posted on Facebook last year at some point and thought it was fun. And I think I brought it up on the show at the
You did.
time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was just this fun. It's like 8 minutes long. It's found footage filmed the same way as like a freaking Blair Witch Project, but it's all done kind of through their visor helmets. So you get those cool lines, those horizontal lines there.
I don't think he should have had his helmet off. I think he should just had his helmet on. It would have been okay, but it didn't bother me.
They're off very. This is it. The rest of it's helmet on.
Yeah.
This in the very end. It's the only 2 times.
Yeah. There's no actors. We don't know. It's just.
But they look great.
Yeah.
They look really good.
Yeah. No, it looked great. It wasn't. I had no problem with the suit. It works. And then it just goes dark, and then
they're on Endor. They're on the moon of Endor.
Yeah. They even have the ships.
This is after Jedi. So this in Star Wars timeline takes place after Jedi because they're kind of stranded on this moon after all that shit.
Because the Death Star already blew up. Right.
Mm-hmm. And the Ewoks are they keep hearing like weird little. You hear like the Ewok talking and like quietly, and it's creepy as shit when it's like in the dark and you can't hear it, and you can like hear him kind of almost giggling. It's like, oh man.
and then, mind you, Ed brought this up, but he had said it. I didn't even realize till he said it actually that if you watched Ewoks
Caravan of
Courage or whatever.
Yep.
Those are the little flying flits. What were they? Were they fairies or something? I can't even remember what they were.
Yeah, they were like sprites, fairies, little. I don't know if they're.
Well, they started
arena or something.
They started fucking eating his goddamn face off.
Yo, at one point they filled his helmet up and like his visor was glowing, like his eyes of the helmet were glowing. It just was a really cool visual.
Yeah, that was great. I thought he did a really good job with that. I didn't realize it was from the Caravan of Courage, but now we know.
Endor is a terrifying place, bro. It's like Australia.
And then what? Yeah,
they're getting their orders to evacuate.
Was that what it was, or she said that we can't go anywhere? We're all stranded, I guess.
Well, he was saying they have to go to a certain spot, and this one's like, "Thank you for your service. You're done."
Yeah,
like
pretty much. And then
here's the Ewok eyes,
dude. Come on, man, that's great. That's exactly what I want.
And then you get the flash.
See,
Ewok jump scare.
That is scary. Like that. Look at the way he's holding the tree. Like, oh, dude.
and
then they're dragging him off.
And then that's it. Like that was it.
Well, and then you get the one shot, like the Ewok right.
Shit.
Right.
Just came up right on you. Yeah. It was.
right
Yeah, I
in the
didn't get a
camera, and
screen.
he's got like blood all over his face, and his eyes are glowing yellows.
Yeah, and you couldn't get that screenshot, could you?
I tried. That one was
Fast.
it was real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But man, that
No, it's good.
No,
well, it
I
just
like
kind of like it just made me start thinking about other ways you could do Star Wars horror. You know, like there's a creature. If you take like do any kind of subgenre of horror, and you can set that in the Star Wars universe. That was kind of like found footage, but you could do like a creature feature with something like a Wampa or something. You know, like you're stranded on the mountains of Hoth, and this fucking giant thing is hunting you down.
Yeah, the only
Or,
time we really got Wampas again in the universe that we seen was in what the video games we were playing, Steve, right? The Wampa is in Jedi Fallen Order,
Yeah,
but it's not
No,
even
he's-
it's not even a snow Wampa. It's like just a fucking Wampa that just grabs you and just fucks you up. In
They're
Jedi
everywhere.
Fallen Order.
they're like Bigfoots.
Yeah,
Snow ones and swamp ones, and
there's a lot. There's a lot that you can transform into horror or any kind of scary movie.
could you imagine like a slasher movie set in the Star Wars universe? Like there's like it's like an evil masked killer with a lightsaber just like creeping up on people.
I mean, that would sound really cool. It's
Yeah.
weird. I don't
You're on mute, hello.
know
I said,
if
but they're all masked killers at some point.
No,
in
but
this. I mean, Vader's wearing a mask.
Film it in the way of a slasher movie or more of a horror movie instead of a science fiction action film.
there's a lot they could unpack with the Star Wars universe, but I don't think they will because is it just too kid friendly?
Tales from the
The dark side.
world between worlds can show it.
You could.
Yeah, I mean, they showed Marvel Zombies, right? So
Yeah, that's true.
they could do
Yep.
something.
Well, we now have zombies in Star
It's
Wars.
true.
So I wanted to bring up like the top 10 scariest moments in the Star Wars universe, not including like any horror stuff that we would love to see, but just some real, footage of certain things.
Yeah,
And-
this was from StarWars.com. This was their
Mhm,
editor's choice.
mhm. And this was
Alright.
what
Oh yeah,
Disagree with a lot of these because I don't think they're scary at all. But we'll.
I mean, your
It's Star
version of
Wars.
scary is different than anybody else's version. You were
I'm just
Version
imagining
scary.
in my head, right? I'm walking down an alleyway. I'm looking at my phone.
Yeah,
I
this
turn
mall.
and I look up and I see that. Oh shit!
Agree.
Yeah.
This would be scary. I agree with that. Yeah.
No, it was really dark. Like that was put together mall with a spider fucking body. I thought that was fucking great. Like it was creepy as shit. I remember when I watched it, it was like, oh shit. Like didn't know, but that was cool. I don't know if this was a scary moment,
Well,
but it was a dark moment.
And this was kind of cool. And they talk about how when Ula dances and then falls in, you don't see what's under there. All you really hear is her screaming.
Right.
So it kind of gives a little bit of
It's
just
like
that
that
hidden
Jaws effect. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. And of course, the Rancor he's one of the scarier ones in Star
Yeah, because
Wars.
they
from
only
across.
showed from her camera angle, and then that was and then that was it. Oh, that is kind of a horror moment,
Can
right?
you do that scream again?
I don't know.
but that is like from you and Steve's point of view, like that is kind of a horror moment. Like, oh
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
I would say so. I see that
Yeah,
that's
it's a
filmed in
creature
this
feature,
style.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Pumpkinhead, and you look at something like that.
I don't
Eh.
remember this.
This one, I was just like, no,
Nah, yeah.
That guy,
it's
and
great.
and especially in live action, lost
Look.
all of his scare appeal.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember that fucking needle. Which
That
was
looks
at the
unsanitary.
time was like, oh, they about to get her with a needle.
Unsanitary.
It looks like milk in
I was
there.
more afraid of tetanus at this time.
Yeah, like that's a big needle, bro. Like where are you going with that?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't like
needles.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like looks like it's hot in that room, right? Like those don't look like lights. It looks like a toaster.
It's all hot
No.
up there. That's not even a horror movie. This is just bad Just,
Like,
just
oh boy,
terrible.
dude in the back right there on the right, sweating bullets. Hot
so,
as fuck
like,
with that helmet on.
Bad hygiene.
I think they missed the mark here because to me, like the end of Rogue One felt like Steve, what you're talking about, right? Like a slasher thing. Everything's in black. Everyone's freaking out. Vader comes in the mist with the red lightsaber and starts murdering everyone. Right? Like, let's not get the code. But I think that to me is like the most slasher-esque moment in all of Star
I'm
Wars.
glad you said that, Lou, because that was gonna be one.
It
of
was
my
especially when he lights the lightsaber and the whole
Right.
and
The
illuminates.
red light.
That's the moment where you're like, oof.
This was very horror.
I don't remember this, so
Yeah.
This
looks like
horror.
some
Yeah.
the like body snatchers style.
It
stuff.
was. It was very body snatchers, very zombie-esque. The worms that took over their brains and just kind of like, they were coming at them. And it was like Obi-Wan, Anakin. I think it was Ahsoka, maybe. I'm not sure. Or was it Rex? I can't even remember who it was. But they had to shoot their way out of the situation. And it was cool. I thought it was cool. It was
Shot all those people with with worm brains.
I mean, this is
gotta do what you gotta do.
Unutilized good monster here.
Agreed, but the scene itself was very, very horror film esque because it just came out of nowhere. Like
The jump scare.
Yeah. And it was like,
Also, he's like just super strong. Like he'll just fucking, he'll
Well,
jack your shit up.
It's the Bigfoot, the abominable snowman.
Imagine seeing that shit in real life. Some shit like that.
And on Hoth, you're not seeing that till it's too late.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder with the special edition if they would have redone that deleted scene where, if you don't know, they had a deleted scene where the rebels kind of captured a handful of Wampas, had them locked in a room, and there was a warning label on the door. And as they're escaping the base, when the Imperials are there, C-3PO peels the sticker off the door, and a bunch of unknowing stormtroopers open it and get their ass handed to them.
That's
cool. Why wasn't that left in?
Well, you figure that in this, the image to the far right, that was special edition. All they had in the original was the arm and then that face. You really didn't have a true Wampa creature.
Right, but all they could have done is cut through with stormtroopers getting hit by the arm, and
all they really needed to do
in different poses.
They did. It's out there if you look for it, and it's not good.
All you had to do is see the door, and then the stormtroopers go in, and then just blood come out.
Yeah, but damn, you want that in a Star Wars movie? No.
Hey, man, I'm saying I want that in my Star Wars horror movie.
Yeah,
just like with the Chewie ripping arms off. Again, this was not scary to me.
No,
fire.
No.
It's like this is not a horror moment.
It was very like transformation
and
horror, I guess.
And another thing too is like there's whole franchises based around ghosts, and everyone in Star Wars is just cool with it. Like at no point is anyone like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, nobody was scared. Oh, that was a ghost there. Cool.
Sitting there like Luke's having a fit, burning shit down, and then Yoda's like, "Hey," and he's not like, "Ah," where the fuck did you come from? It was just like, "Oh, hey." Like, oh, hey. Yeah, no big deal. Just a ghost.
I'm Yoda. What's up?
There's whole shows, seasons of shows.
This was a jump scare for me when I was younger.
Those things are gross.
I remember this. This was
Minox.
Yeah, this was like kind of like, oh shit, like that moment because you're a kid. Like I didn't expect that shit. I didn't expect anything like that to happen. Not in Star Wars.
To me, this should have been 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Right? Like 3. Like the other ones that are coming up, I don't think they're as scary. Like this was a great jump scare with disgusting creatures.
That was gross. Them shit was nasty as shit. Yeah, like white shit all in their mouth. It was gross. I was like, oof. Nasty.
I don't even know if that's considered a mouth.
I don't
scary. This is
I don't consider this scary either. I don't understand.
What I'm saying, like this completely take this off the list.
Yeah, I agree.
Even as like a small child, I was like, he's not really getting shot.
And even if he was, it's not scary. It's not.
It's like, have you ever been shocked? You don't be like, you're not like, ah, you're just like dead.
I'm actually shocked Luke didn't run away after this, but
Now,
This was all right.
I agree with this one because this one kind of fucked me up. Like there's moments where I was confused.
but is this number one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is number one.
No, I know, but I'm saying, is this number like?
No.
I don't believe this is number one. I think the Minox were scarier than this scene.
I mean, true, but the surprise of it and then the visual of it after.
I think it was
decapitated
also
head?
well, it was also the whole setting of the scene. It was in this Dagobah cave, right? So it's all dank and dark and everything's really misty, and the only real light you're getting is the lightsabers, and it was kind of done in that weird slow motion, almost stop motion style.
Yeah,
Like really choppy. Like
and
it was unsettling.
And the smoke just kind of settled off of the face.
And that decapitated head is looking dead into your soul.
Yeah, it's not. That wasn't that's not no shit a 7-year-old kid should be looking at. Like you like, oh shit, like that's
Hey, yeah,
dark.
you know what this is? The severed head of your franchise's hero, looking at you right before you go.
I don't know, though. That was kind of dark, man. Seeing that
I
as
mean,
a kid.
I don't think it's number one. That's all.
What's number one? What's number one in your book?
I would have said number one is from Rogue One, which is not even on this list.
The Vader moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that was him running roughshod through that hallway, murdering everyone.
Nothing about any of this was scary.
But it was very, very zombie-esque.
Yeah.
No,
The
he
white
just looks like
eyes
he has
kind of creepy as
cataracts.
shit.
No, he just looks blind. Looks sick.
I
He
agree.
doesn't look scary.
It's at the Shaolin Temple.
He
He's
didn't.
old.
He didn't take his COVID shot.
I'm just like just somebody tell him it's okay. Just let go. Like you're fine. Yeah, be at
Stop
peace.
trying to clone yourself. Like,
Yeah.
we're tired.
Yeah.
We're tired of Palpatine.
Palpatine, nobody cares, bro. Shut up.
This was on Deathamere. This is where the zombie witches came back. This was actually really fucking cool. This was actually
Yeah.
a really good episode. Because
I'd like to say that the zombie stormtroopers were cool in
those are coming.
Ahsoka, but
This one creeped me out as a kid.
Yeah,
That eyeball up out of the
Yeah, the
water,
eyeball
and then you're
popping up.
pulled under.
yeah,
Look how-
and the doors
look how
closing in on them
gross
and
it
them
looks, too.
screaming.
it's all bloodshot. Ugh.
Phil Tippett. That's a
Look,
Phil Tippett creation.
that's fucked up. That whatever that alien thing is gonna kill you and give you pink eye at the same time.
That thing is gross.
Dianoga.
Yeah. Well,
So
that
you-
thing it was like it was like this, and then it had like a back to it or some shit. That right? Like
Yeah.
that's what it said it looked like.
It came with the Death Star playset. It was
Meg.
awesome.
It was green. I remember that.
It's Meg.
It's Meg.
Yeah.
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah, the
There's
Death
your-
Troopers.
I mean, Death Troopers were really cool. I thought they were really. I thought they worked, but it didn't work. It didn't have the value of like maybe a Walking Dead because
Well, they just look like a bunch of like really clumsy stormtroopers. Like because you can't see
regular
the skulls
stormtroopers.
and stuff, you know, and like
yeah.
missing limbs. So they just look like regular stormtroopers that are drunk.
But then when they showed the
Like,
black, but
this
then when they
guy's
showed the Shadow Troopers,
Yes,
I thought that was cool
those were great.
because they were real fucking zombies. Like, I mean, all along we always thought they were zombies anyway. Throughout the whole show, we were like, man, them things is dead as shit. Like, they ain't real. They're not alive. Come to find out, they were fucking zombies anyway, weren't they? Or did she raise them as zombies? Like, were they? I don't even remember how that happened.
They volunteered.
Yeah, but like, what's their motivation? Like, right? Like, other zombies want brains. Like, they're just like, give me more orders.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like no like, oh, I'm gonna kill you kind of zombies. It's like, oh, we have on helmets that block anything that we're gonna fucking eat anyway.
Yeah,
So
they
it
still
doesn't
use
really
they still use guns, so they're not like filled with rage. You know, they're just like he just made really ineffective soldiers.
Stormtroopers.
Hey, fits the bill, right? Well, see, this was scary until we watched Troopers.
It's very frightening. I
When you
agree.
find out that this is the result of Aunt Beru losing her shit and getting her hands on a thermal detonator.
But goddamn, this is some dark shit though. As a kid, you seen these dead ass bodies.
You did not see it in this resolution. This
no,
close.
no. Not as a kid. No. I don't think they even showed that. Did they show that?
Yeah.
Or was it later on?
I think it was more from not that close. Like I think it was a little bit of a
Yeah, not that close. It was just like
It was quick.
burning
Yeah,
bodies.
It was a
Movie
very
like-
quick glimpse.
And because like there's blood splattered everywhere.
Yo, that is
Still.
really blood splattered. Like those legs look really red.
There's blood
Got
all
meat on
over
the
the
bones.
concrete. Yeah. Ugh.
Got the clothes still on and everything. God
Well,
damn.
Uncle Owen or whichever one's all tangled up, like well, those like they got blown up. It's like springs and shit.
I know
all around it.
that is those aren't lightsaber shots. That's like a thermal detonator that actually
Yeah.
really killed them. Huh.
That was a big boom.
Yeah.
This was for me the scariest moment in Star Wars.
Yeah,
These spiders in Mandalorian were creepy.
frightening. Those were disgusting.
Ice spiders.
you know what? I can go with that, Ed.
Yo, those spiders were creepy as shit. It was like watching Lord of the Rings. The spider scene in Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
but with even smaller fucking spiders, like in Harry Potter.
and lots of them. And the
Yeah.
fact that they're like glowy white, is like it makes it more scary. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
because they're just
The-
disgusting.
Yeah,
The
nobody
insect.
nobody
was-
likes a white spider. Just saying.
The modern day King Kong when they went down in that cavern with all the insects.
Yo, please let's not talk about that because that is like one of my fucking nightmares of fucking movies. I hate that scene. That
which
scene-
one? The King Kong? Which
Oh my
with Peter
God.
Jackson
Yo, that shit
Yeah.
fucked me up to this day.
with the big old like millipedes and shit
Yeah,
walking
just eating,
around.
fucking eating
like
sick
the blood.
Remember
blood
eating
worms.
Andy Serkis? He was like, "Ugh." I was like, oh my god, that shit creeps me out. I can never watch that scene ever again. Real shit. I'm dead serious. It's like the thing of nightmares. Like literally. Can you
Shut up.
imagine?
31 Days of Horror, King Kong. Like what the fuck? This is like a 4-hour movie.
Just that
Yep.
one scene. That's it.
Yeah, that was my number one.
I mean, does anybody else have anything else like number one wise for that? Like I don't.
No, I would move my Vader scene to 2 with that one. I think that one is
With the spider scene.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it was and it's something about giant spiders. I think it gets everybody right. Even in the Harry Potter movies, like even my kids were like, ugh, those spiders weren't great.
there's one scene where Yoda goes where he's talking to Luke and he's like, "Oh, I'm not scared." He's like, "You will." Like, yo, that shit fucks me up.
Yeah.
I think
You
it's something else though.
You will be like, oh god.
Yeah, and it was a dark moment. Like it was like the way he looked at you, he's like, God,
Yeah.
damn, like
His eyes got all
Those
wide.
dead puppet eyes. Like you're just like,
That's almost bite the pillow moment. I was
what
just like,
pillow? Bite. Yeah, you know what?
That's the scariest moment with the
I'm
Ewok.
kicking you out. I'm gonna kick you out. I'll bring you back. Bite the pull. I'm going in dry. Gross. Oh,
Yeah, we
man.
sent that meme to each other for like a year straight.
Yeah, it went hard. I would like to bring it back up, but I can't find it right now. But yeah, that's it, man. Like, yeah, we talked for about 48 minutes, which is fun. Like, we got enough content out.
I wouldn't
Appreciate
mind
y'all.
if one of the Star Wars, an upcoming something, had a little bit more of a horror feel to it. I mean, Marvel at one point was giving you a little bit of different taste with movies as far as the theme behind it. I wouldn't mind seeing that in Star Wars.
Just saying he's a real fan.
Damn, it's gonna be Pacino spoken, not James. And you know what? Al has been missing for some time.
Al don't do Star
Well,
Wars, I don't think.
well, not though that, but Al's Eagles lost, so we probably won't be hearing from him.
Took that one wrong. Yeah, he took that
Is
one.
that me?
Oh, I think Ed froze.
wrong.
Huh?
Air froze? Yeah.
Oh, you're back, Ed.
Yep.
I don't know. Next week, we'll bring up something. We'll talk about
So-
something next week.
If you were to get a Star Wars horror movie, what kind of Star Wars horror movie would you want? Because like I'm saying, like I still really like that scary Ewoks in the forest, and like maybe not found footage. I don't really like the whole follow the flashlight motif. That gets old really quick. I hate when it's like you have to look right here. This is the only spot that's illuminated. But like if you were to tell like an actual some troopers fucking have to make their way through these forests, these lands of Endor after the Empire falls, and like they got to get to this point, this extraction point or whatever, and in between here and there is a whole bunch of scary shit. Would be really, really cool. Holy shit, James came in here to defend his title. Pacino.
What's up, James? Steve, I would do a Star Wars, like a little, maybe like 30, 40 minutes of maybe, I don't know, I would do probably an hour long one. I would do one on a like destroyed Death Star in space. And all of a sudden, you know, rebels land there and they have to fight through something, some creatures that were locked in something, and then like, you know, maybe some zombie troopers. I don't know how it would play it out, but it would have to be some Star Wars-esque and some Star Wars-esque creature that could, you know, take out rebels and shit like that. Like it would have to be some dark shit, but like I would definitely fuck with that. You know,
so creature feature. So you'd want to
definitely do a creature feature,
monster, like a alien monster of some sort.
Remember in episode 7 how Han Solo had those rolling fucking monsters?
Yeah,
those were really cool too. Like that was some really nice shit too. Like they were eating
to chase you into a really big Hot Wheels track, and they'll be stuck there.
Yeah.
That's on me, Nick. I will be posting them. I've been late and wrong.
Oh well.
Oh damn!
Thanks a lot, Will. Somebody called your ass out.
It's true.
Another one that would be cool would be like imagine like A-wing or something crashes, or even an X-wing, or just something, maybe something that carries more than one or two people, crashes on like a water planet, and now you can have like a Jaws style situation of them trying to get somewhere stuck
Naboo
on the water, but there's like weird ass monsters in the water. There's big old crazy alien sharks and who knows, you know.
Phantom Menace.
What I think would be really cool, and Steve, I think this might blow your mind. But imagine if Wampas are like fucking werewolves, right? And so to go back to Ed's scene where the Wampas are taking on those stormtroopers, and then they're
like
transforming into, yeah, exactly, and they're turning into more Wampas, and you just have like this, you're overrun by these Wampas.
There's like, it's like the Empire's like trying to shepherd all these locals from Hoth out, and they get them all into this one little area, like hundreds of locals, and then all of a sudden they just all transform into Wampas.
It could be like something like dog soldiers. Imagine that, but have it be Wampas.
Very good. Very good. I like it.
Ed?
And we're actually rooting for the stormtroopers because they're trying to get out. We're like, oh my god, they're all gonna turn.
That's cool. Not a bad idea, though.
No worries, Nick. Don't worry about it. You didn't tell me.
Ed, what you got?
And you could do so many easy kill scenes with them in their stormtrooper outfits, right? Because most of that's just CG now. So I mean, you could do some really, really, really cool stuff. Very, very good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something outside of the general ideas you guys talked about. I'm wondering if there's one to where one of the Jedi, well, because they're punks and they're running, they go crazy and completely lose their mind, and they're just off the reservation, and somebody goes looking for them, or a group are like, oh, we got to go find this one Jedi, but the Jedi's lost his mind and he's just hunting anyone who comes in his area. So it's a Jedi gone rogue.
Kind of like a
there's your slasher film.
Like he just raises entire towns, just mows through civilization. And he's just like, we got to get this motherfucker.
Anybody who lands on his planet.
But he's all but he's like wild. It's like
a
what was that Woody Harrelson movie? Natural Born Killers. He's all eccentric. He's like, woo.
See, there's so many untapped
Sith vampire.
For me, no, I think we're not fucking with vampires. This is not that kind of world.
Like red light,
though, so.
Sharp teeth, sparkly skin.
I'm talking about a real vampire, like good stuff. Not yeah. I'm not talking about Twilight here.
I think there's so many creatures that are untapped in the Star Wars universe. There's something on one of these fucking planets that is like on a whole nother fucking level or some shit. So like I would believe like you can there's so much they could do, but
I mean, you
will
could
they do
literally
it?
just remake the thing and put everyone in Star Wars like gear, Star Wars outfits, and I would watch that and be like, you know what, fucking great, like an alien parasite. That's
Dude, people are gonna steal our ideas.
do the same thing as Alien, like with Sigourney Weaver. But it could just be a
That's why I'm talking about the
transport ship
shit, Steve. I'm like, yo,
Star Wars things, and then like
yeah.
a creature gets in there, and all hell breaks loose.
All hell breaks loose, but motherfuckers got
some stupid senator wants to get the thing alive and puts all the soldiers like
and
weaponize it.
There's one Jedi on board, but he's afraid to out himself because like there's Imperials on board too, and like he doesn't want to but like eventually they end up having to work together to fucking beat this alien. Ooh, could you imagine?
Sounds so good. It sounds so good.
I mean, they could just use a xenomorph at that point. Like it doesn't matter, right? And it's all owned by the same company. So like, why not? There you go. There you go.
Predators hunting. Predator lands.
There's another
Tatooine.
Tales between the worlds. Like just there you go.
Tales between horror. He's got two different versions of this shit. Yo, it's untapped in the outside of fan films. It's an untapped thing. I think that they really need to kind of maybe bring to live action. It would be really cool.
Do them all. Do them all, right? Like a Jedi falls asleep and there's little girls playing skip rope, and it's fucking 1, 2. There's a Jedi camp. They send these kids out to their camp over here at Camp Crystal Lake. We send the little Padawans.
Vader can infiltrate dreams. Well, I mean, they did that with that Ezra clip, right? It was kind of like that dream sequence thing, but
3
had to be cool. Like, that one wasn't scary.
The Emperor at your door.
Anakin without the suit on after he got burned up, he looks like Freddy anyway.
There you go. 5, 6. Grab your.
I mean, that would be scary if you saw Crispy Annie like coming out from like under your bed or something. Like, I hate you. Like, oh god.
9, 10. It's Palpatine again.
All the creatures that were in the cantina. I know, man. There were some fucking creepy ass goddamn creatures in the cantina scene.
Some of those creatures were very sick.
They
very pussy.
There's a lot you could do. There's a
lot of things looked infected in there. Like
old 80s.
We need antibiotics for everyone.
All right. Well, listen. You guys said it all. Appreciate y'all.
Hell
Thanks
yeah.
for coming out. Thanks to the fans coming out. Make sure you like, subscribe, watch the videos, share the videos, tell your friends about Stargeekz.
5 Nights at Mos Eisley Cantina. So good, Nick.
Yes.
So good.
I throw that up there before we signed off. I was
could you imagine? Yeah. What's the band? Who's the band? What's his name? Max
Rebo?
Max Rebo. Could you imagine they're the killers? Like they lock the cantina down and freaking shink. Like he flips his freaking keyboard over and pulls out a giant knife. Like, oh god. So good.
Ed. I'll be watching you. You're on notice.
How am I on notice?
Oh, no, they got you now, buddy.
Oh, man. That's that rookie shit, bro. You're still in year 1.
Yeah. Well, look, this is Sean.
This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Ed.
And may the force be with you.
Always.